Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to this week's press conference. The Citadel will travel to Sanford for their SoCon opener on Saturday, September 6th. That is a 3:30 Eastern Time kick, 2:30 local Central Time in Pete Hanna Stadium. We have with us head coach Drayton to talk about the game.
Good afternoon. Hope everybody's well. What a great opportunity we had in Charleston this past weekend. It was a great opportunity for the Citadel, our fan base, the city, to witness an organization that looks like someone that we want to be like, an organization that was in agreement, they're in harmony, they're in sync, they're in accord, they're being like-minded. North Dakota State's organization and their fans are top-notch. They did a great job standing for our alma mater, waiting for the flag to be lowered. Anytime you have a program like that in one accord, they even won Mother over. You say, well, who's Mother? Mother Nature. They brought their own weather. So anytime that happens, it's a great time to learn and see if we take the good from it. I'm focusing on the good. I'm focusing on the positive of the weekend. Things that we did well, no penalties. That's huge. I don't know the last time a Citadel football team has not had a penalty in a game. We've gotten better every year since we've been here, so that's good. So it shows that we can maintain discipline. We maintain discipline versus fouls. We played above average in spurts. Now the goal is to turn on that film where they played above average in spurts and build a consistency off of it. Once we're able to do that, that's going to allow us to have the opportunity to be in position to win ball games. Now, things that we need to improve on, obviously the negative plays. We were behind the sticks too often on offense, and on defense, when we got them behind the sticks on conversion downs, we allowed them to convert. So we got to be better there. And then last but not least, and it's not last but not least, excuse me, in addition, the last thing I'm going to say as far as that today is we did not match their moxie and their confidence. And that goes to what I spoke about earlier about a winner. A winner has it here and a winner has it here. So we have to continue to breathe life into our organization, breathe life into our people, breathe life into those who have to go out on the field to have that winning moxie, that bravado that it takes to win.
How would you assess how Kobe and Quentin both played at quarterback on Saturday?
Yes, because it's public, I have no reason to not talk about it. Kobe was not at 100%. He was in the infirmary, the nights prior with an upper respiratory infection, which clearly affected him. So it would be unfair for me to judge him in that manner. As far as Quentin goes, Quentin has a lot more in the tank. You're going to see a better Quentin as the season progresses, but we also need to remember, Quentin has only been in his offense preseason camp. As if we're counting official practices, we had 25 opportunities to practice. We used 21 of those 25 based upon, military obligations and just the way the calendar fell.
Do you expect Quentin to start this Saturday?
I expect for you to see both. I don't know who will be the starter at this juncture. Truth be told, going into that game, Kobe was going to be scheduled to start, but because of his illness, we started Quentin. But what I can tell you in all truthfulness is you'll see both of them.
I want to go back to the no penalties because I was shocked by that too. Is that something y'all made like a bigger emphasis on this offseason, this summer? And how do you assess? What does that say about y'all's team?
Well, it has always been an emphasis. If you go back and look at 2022 before I got here, one of the most penalized teams in the league. In 23, we big jump. 22, even bigger, in 24, even bigger jump. And this year, that's what we expect. Now, pre-snap penalties, we do not want those. Not unless I'm taking a delay a game penalty for field position purposes or for whatever reason. But combative penalties, those may happen. But that's the standard. That's where we want to be. So moving forward, if we're not in that realm, then that's a problem. I'm not happy about that.
Are you hoping, you talked about you think you're going to be a little bit more dynamic. You want to see more dynamic plays from not only from your quarterbacks, from the offense. How do you get that going here this week?
Yeah, so not to take anything away from North Dakota State, the opponent we played, it's a very good opponent. That front four is no doubt in my mind. They'll play on Sundays. There's people on that roster that we just played against who will play on Sundays. So some of the dynamic plays that we will see was in the level of the opponent that we're playing. Some of the dynamic plays that we hope to see will also be in the execution of what we want to do offensively and defensively. I mean, big plays happen on defense as well, too. So as the season goes on, as we settle into our comfort level, as we continue to build on the mind, which I talked about earlier, build on that bravado, that moxie, that confidence that we need to have, you'll see the big plays happen.
I know at halftime, at least, you said the team was playing kind of tense. And then after you said, it was obviously the moment might have been too big. How do you get this team to play more free? Yeah,
so we talked about that yesterday in our Sunday meetings. One thing about our program, we are a truth-telling program. Some people don't want to know the truth until you tell it. So we had to put on the film and show our young men, this is what it looks like when you did not have confidence. This is what it looked like when your brain was cluttered. And then we put on clips from practice. We put on clips from last season when they played fast and their mind was free. Okay, so once we showed them both levels, okay, then the question was asked, what's the difference? Okay, and that is different. That answer is different for each individual. But I think it was some eye-opening moments for some of our guys. I'm going to use this analogy. Hope I don't offend anyone. We have some really good young men on our team, all right? We have a lot of milk drinkers, all right? The truth of the matter is, to play this sport, you need a few liquor drinkers too, right? I need those guys who are willing to get on the edge. I need those guys who are able to flip the switch. That's what we're working on now. We're working on that light switch, knowing when to flip it and when to turn it off, because these guys have it, and what's in you will come out you if triggered the right way.
Can you talk briefly just about, I think Bradley Jones, he was matched up against Lance?
Yes.
Trey, not Trey. Bryce. The whole game, and just, he did a really good job. Just talk about that.
Yeah, he did a good job. The first play of the game. It wasn't the first play, but within the first series, he broke up a pass. And truth of the matter is, you go back, you look at the film. If he doesn't hesitate, he hesitated in his break. He was unsure of himself. If he breaks clean, he picks that ball off, and now we run down, we score a touchdown. It's 6-0, kick the extra point, it's 7-0. All right, now all of a sudden everybody's like, what is happening? And that's that confidence that we right now that we need to get going. It's where our team is. We're waiting on the next person to make that big play to say, you know what, we can do this. And I told the team this on yesterday. My biggest want for them is for the rest of the world to see what I see in them. I see excellence in this team. I see this team being one of the better teams to play here at the Citadel in many years, but we have to get out of our own way. We have to free our minds. We have to clear the clutter so that the fans, the organization, the city, our region can see that.
Sitting limiting to 3 catches is still really good for Bradley.
Yes, but those 3 catches shouldn't have been 3 catches, is what I'm saying, right? Like, the standard is the standard. And once we set that standard, if you go back and look at those catches, Bradley was nowhere to be seen. He was in another stratosphere. For whatever reason, the mind gets cluttered, and now I'm playing a technique that my coaches did not teach me. That's what we're getting at. When you play the technique that we show you, boom, he breaks on a pass, he breaks it up. And if he would have played it even better, he picks it off. So those 3 catches that you're talking about, we're not okay with that. Here with the Citadel faithful, and we're very thankful. A lot of times we hear, win, lose, or draw, we're with you. I don't care if you win. Well, I care if we win. Those young men in the locker room care if they win. I prefer that you don't tell them that, right? Because it does matter. We're playing this game to win. Herm Edwards said it best. You play to win the game. And that's why we're playing the game.
You said you see this team being one of the better ones to come out of the Citadel. Why is that? What do you see in this team that makes you believe that?
One, there is a buy-in. Right? There's a buy-in, and we have really, really good coaches. These coaches have done a great job studying their craft, knowing their craft. And these young men, by buying into that, have also changed their bodies in the weight room. I mean, there's been an education on nutrition, how to eat, how to sleep. So we have closed the gap in those realms, and because of that now, it gives us the opportunity to be successful. And today, this week, it's all about that thing that's in between our 2 ears, right? We have to clear our minds.
Looking ahead to this Saturday, the SoCon opener at Sanford, I mean, obviously that kind of got blown out week 1 against West Georgia. How much do you maybe take stock in that, or kind of what do you expect out of Sanford this coming weekend?
Yeah, so Sanford, the team that just played this past week will not be the team that we see this week. I know Coach Hatcher. He's a fine coach, longest tenured coach at Samford. He and I have some of the same mentors or been in the same circles. He's going to have his team fired up, and they're going to be ready to play. It's going to be a different unit coming out there. Let's not forget this. Last time we were at Sanford in 2023, they beat us 37-7. Sanford leads this series 10 games to 8. This is a good football team who knows how to win. Now, I will say this. The last time we beat Sanford at Sanford was 2015. And then if you do your math on that and research and know Citadel football, you know what the result was at the end of the season for us. So this game is big. This game is huge, but it's only big because it's the next one.
I know they replaced almost their whole offense, but they do get their quarterback back. I know you had high praise for him last year too. What are you expecting from this offense?
Yes, their quarterback is really, really good. They have, and I just wrote this down, so I wanted to look down at my notes. They have 20 seniors/grads, 17 juniors, 21 sophomores, and 54 freshmen. When I look at their transfers, they have 28 transfers on their roster, and more than half come from the FBS level. So you say, well, Coach, what does that mean? It means that they're very, very talented, but they also have to be talented together as a team. And I think that's what they were missing week 1, to your question. The biggest improvement is between week 1 and week 2. So I know the team we're going to face is going to be that signature Coach Hatcher team. So we have a tough test in front of us.
How do you compare their offense to the North Dakota State offense in itself?
Yeah, it's different. Sanford does have a run game, but any of those who follow Chris knows, and he's at air raid. He's going to pass it. He would pass it every play if he could. And they do have a run element. North Dakota State, I mean, you look, they were 50-50. They're a well-balanced machine. I will say this, in addition to that, their depth, talking about North Dakota State's depth from their ones, their twos, their threes, there's not much drop-off. As we get into some of our opponents that we will play in the future, I think the drop-off between your starter and your second guy or your third guy may be a little more vast. Which, we can hopefully close the gap in that arena. And that's one of the things we've done from recruiting. We've recruited from the bottom of the roster up and from the top of the roster down to close those gaps, to alleviate that problem.
You say the week 1 to 2 is the biggest area of improvement. Where would you like to see y'all improve this?
Yes, consistency on conversion downs. And what I mean by that is defensively. We had the opportunity this past Saturday to get off the field on some crucial third downs, and they were able to convert. Now, offensively, we were something like 2 of 12, right? We have to convert on third down. So part of that conversion on offense is being on schedule. If you're behind schedule, obviously it's going to be harder to convert. That is the biggest improvement I would like to see. And playing free. I can't say that enough because our young men watch these videos as well too. Play free, guys. Play free. Free your mind, your body will follow.
Coach, we appreciate the time.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate you.